Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event of WrestleBash 9, and it is all or nothing for this man right here, Chris Dynamite. Now, this all began last spring when the Wolf of War, Big B, attacked and injured Chris Dynamite, forcing Chris Dynamite to vacate his undisputed championship. And ever since then, Chris Dynamite has been on a mission to reclaim the title that he never lost. And at Genesis earlier this year, Chris Dynamite had his first opportunity to reclaim his title, but he fell victim to the wrath of Violence Enterprise and Sam Reeves. He then had another shot at No Love in a street fight where he fell victim once again to Violence Enterprise and Sam Reeves. And now Sam Reeves, the reigning and defending undisputed champion since November Endgames 2024, is looking to make a record of 3-0 against Chris Dynamite. But there's a big keynote in all of those matches against Chris Dynamite, and that is he had help. At Genesis, he had Anthony Aries. At No Love, he had a paid luchador. And now here, he faces Chris Dynamite in a bull rope match that Sam Reeves has never won. There's another major keynote with all of the help that Sam Reeves has had in his prior matches against Chris Dynamite. Here tonight at WrestleBash 9, Violence Enterprise will not be ringside. So can Sam Reeves defeat Chris Dynamite with no help, with no Violence Enterprise, in a match that he's never won, and at an event that he never won?
This is the WrestleBash 9 main event, and it is a Florida bull rope, and it is for the FBW Undisputed Championship. And now the challenger, he is the $1 Million Punisher, Chris Dynamite! And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending FBW Undisputed Champion. He is Sam Reeves!
So this is the first bull rope match in FBW history. Now, Sam Reeves has competed in a bull rope match before, being at BYWN Heart of Glory 2023 against Anthony Aries, but Sam Reeves lost that match. And now this is Sam Reeves' second WrestleBash, the first being last year's WrestleBash 8, where he came up short against Anthony Aries. So the factors here are not in Sam Reeves' favor. He's never defeated Chris Dynamite without help, and he's never won a bull rope match, and he's never won at WrestleBash 9. So we're going to see if Sam Reeves can get the job done all alone. Sam Reeves claimed on the pre-show that he wants to change his ways, that he wants to start doing things the right way to prove to himself, to prove to the doubters, to prove to the haters that he is the real deal here in FBW. But so far, it's all been Chris Dynamite wrapping Sam Reeves up in the rope, and he has the dragon wings locked in. And you only win a bull rope match here by pinfall or submission. There are no disqualifications. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide, as you are tied to your opponent. And now both men trading strikes. This is these men's third match up against each other. Like I said, Sam Reeves winning both matches, and Chris Dynamite gets floored with a massive clothesline by Sam Reeves. Now, even though Sam Reeves has had help in his matches against Chris Dynamite, Sam Reeves has still taken the pain, taken the damage to Chris Dynamite. You cannot underestimate what Sam Reeves can do in the ring. Even though the odds are not looking good for Sam Reeves, you cannot deny the experience factor that he has over Chris Dynamite in a bull rope match. This is Chris Dynamite and FBW's first sanctioned bull rope match here. Sam Reeves has that experience factor over Chris Dynamite. But does the experience...
Give up!
Does that triumph the odds that are not in Sam Reeves' favor? Sam Reeves now in control of this match. This is Chris Dynamite's first WrestleBash in many years. Chris Dynamite missing WrestleBash 7 and missing WrestleBash 8. So does the stress of being on the biggest stage, the brightest lights of FBW, does that get to Chris Dynamite, who hasn't been on this type of stage in many, many years? And now a double clothesline, taking both men out. These men have been going to war for the past couple of months. You have to think, after this war is done and the dust settles, years, time off of these men's careers will be taken off. Both men now trading strikes in the middle of the ring. Trading strikes, trading chops, punches, you name it. Trying to get the upper hand. Both men hit hard. Now both men up in the center of the ring. And now a knee strike. Could Chris Dynamite be setting up for the deal breaker? Now both men grappling for control over these couple of months. These men definitely has gotten to know each other very well. This is going to be a very interesting match now that these competitors are tied together, nowhere to go. And what is this? And a drop kick, taking down Sam Reeves. The last time Chris Dynamite was at WrestleBash, it was WrestleBash 6, where Chris Dynamite won a triple threat ladder match and won the undisputed title. Could that WrestleBash luck be here at WrestleBash 9? But Chris Dynamite looks like his arm got trapped, tied up in the rope behind him, and Sam Reeves taking advantage of that.
Give up!
Choking Chris Dynamite, trying to make Chris Dynamite pass out. You win a bull rope match by submission or pinfall. So we could be looking at... Wait, no, Chris Dynamite rolling up Sam Reeves. But Sam Reeves kicks out. You have to be cautious about the rope, because you are tied together. And now what is this? And a suplex to Sam Reeves, but you have to keep the rope in your conscious, because you can get tied up in the rope. It can make hitting moves difficult or getting out the way and protecting yourself difficult. So you have to keep an eye on the rope. Chris Dynamite getting tied up in the rope once again. The rope can be a deciding factor of this match. And now what is this? Chris Dynamite unknowingly backed up into the grip of Sam Reeves, and Sam Reeves hits a German suplex to Chris Dynamite. This is Chris Dynamite's last shot at the Undisputed Championship until Sam Reeves loses the belt. So if Chris Dynamite loses here tonight, he has to wait until Sam Reeves loses the Undisputed title to get another shot at the Undisputed title. But Chris Dynamite trying to get out of the armbar by picking up Sam Reeves, but he couldn't, and he fell back down into the armbar of Sam Reeves. But Chris Dynamite just striking Sam Reeves to get out of the hold. Chris Dynamite cannot afford any mishap, any mistake. Because like I said, it is all or nothing for Chris Dynamite. If he loses, he does not get another shot at this Undisputed title for God knows how long that the devil himself can hold the Undisputed title for. He's already been champ since November, and if you think with Violence Enterprise, it could be... Wait, what is this? And a pile driver! A pile driver to Chris Dynamite!
1, 2!
A pile driver that can injure anybody at the snap of a finger. The pile driver that has been the deciding factor in many Sam Reeves' matches. A move that has taken time off of Anthony Aries' career when Sam Reeves hit like 7 pile drivers on Anthony Aries at SGW Termination 2023. But now both men rolling out of the ring. And what is this? Sam Reeves getting thrown into the shed. Both men now on the outside of the ring. And Chris Dynamite eyeing down the title that he's been clawing for the better part of a year now. Holding the title for the first time since being injured and being forced to vacate it. And he strikes Sam Reeves with the undisputed title. Chris Dynamite never lost the title. He was never pinned. He was never submitted. And now just striking Sam Reeves with that title. Chris Dynamite is on a road of redemption and now grabbing the ring bell. He's doing whatever it takes to get the title back, and he strikes Sam Reeves with the ring bell. They call Chris Dynamite the Punisher for a reason, and off the body with the ring bell once again. And now Chris Dynamite picking up Sam Reeves, throwing him into the shed once again. And now moving the ladder. No, wait, what is this? What is Chris Dynamite setting up for here? Placing Sam Reeves on the chair. Nowhere to go for these both men, setting him up for a clothesline. A clothesline trapped up in the chair. You have to think of the pent-up rage that Chris Dynamite has been building every time he's failed and been screwed out of his title. But now Sam Reeves taking advantage, and he strikes Chris Dynamite himself with the belt, his undisputed title. Just imagine the frenzy, the rage that Chris Dynamite will go into if he loses here tonight at WrestleBash 9. Being screwed out of his title time and time again. Chris Dynamite has been so pent up, angry that he hasn't been able to get his undisputed title, that we almost saw the return of the demon Chris Dynamite leading up to WrestleBash here tonight, and now Chris Dynamite gets thrown into the shed. They have that ladder set up near the shed. We saw that ladder earlier tonight at WrestleBash when Anthony Aries and Draven Solis competed for the United States Championship. And what is this? Chris Dynamite moving out the way. Striking Sam Reeves. And now what is Chris Dynamite setting up for here? He's eyeing the shed down and he's climbing the ladder. Could we be seeing a dive off of the shed? 15, 20 feet in the air. Chris Dynamite, he's trying to risk it all for the undisputed title here at the biggest show of the year of WrestleBash. And now Chris Dynamite, he's up on the shed and he's pulling Sam Reeves into the shed, trying to stagger Sam Reeves. Could we be seeing Chris Dynamite jumping off of the shed? Oh no, Chris Dynamite risking it all for the undisputed title, and he jumps on Sam Reeves, taking Sam Reeves down, risking it all here at WrestleBash 9 for the undisputed championship. Oh my God. Chris Dynamite could have injured his leg. It looked like Chris Dynamite clipped the back of his head on that little platform. Chris Dynamite risking it all for the undisputed title. It is all or nothing for this man right here. And so far, Sam Reeves has held his end up of the bargain. Violence Enterprise hasn't been here ringside. But what is this?
You give up?
Chris Dynamite being choked with the hose. being tangled up in the hose, being tangled up in the rope. And Chris Dynamite fighting back after diving onto Sam Reeves off of the shed with those forearm strikes, those dragon claws. This has been an absolute war here in the main event of WrestleBash 9. Now what is Sam Reeves looking for here? He has that nightstick. We saw that in the street fight at No Love.
1, 2.
We got the Devil. We got the Punisher here in the main event. Whoever survives this war definitely deserves to be the undisputed champion. We cannot deny that fact. And now targeting the leg. The injured leg that Big B injured. The leg that costed Chris Dynamite the undisputed title. It was that leg that Big B, the Wolf of War, injured last spring, taking out Chris Dynamite 4 months, taking the undisputed that Chris Dynamite is fighting for here today. Both men trying to regroup here, showing the effects of this month-long war. We've seen a regular match, we've seen a street fight, and now a anything goes bull rope match. And what is this? And no! Sam Reeves caught him in a final judgment out of nowhere. A move that has judged many opponents and won Sam Reeves many matches in his career. Can Sam Reeves roll over and pin? And he finally pins. And no. He has the arm. He has him in an armbar trying to make Chris Dynamite tap out. And now Chris Dynamite just striking down Sam Reeves. Sam Reeves showing the effects of this war, that he was not able to make the cover after that final judgment. Chris Dynamite just stomping on the chest.
2.
As Sam Reeves kicks out. Even without the help of Violence Enterprise, Sam Reeves has had a great showing here tonight. What is Chris Dynamite set up for? Is he looking for the deal breaker? And a deal breaker to Sam Reeves.
1, 2.
But Sam Reeves kicks out of the deal breaker. A move that has won Chris Dynamite many matches here in his decade-long career in FBW. And now what is Chris Dynamite going up for here? He's going up on that ledge. What is he going for here? And a flying clothesline taking down Sam Reeves. And it looks like Sam Reeves may have landed on that undisputed title that is pure steel. The trampoline is definitely a dangerous place to be on and wrestle on.
1, 2.
But Sam Reeves manages to kick out once again. You have to think that Chris Dynamite has to keep his emotions in check. He cannot let his emotions get the better of him every time Sam Reeves kicks out and stays in this match. We've seen so much already that Chris Dynamite has given to Sam Reeves, and he strikes Sam Reeves down once again. We've seen title shots, belt shots. We've seen him jump off the shed. We've seen him knock Sam Reeves out many times. And now driving Sam Reeves into the metal outline of that trampoline, and now he has a cookie sheet. Chris Dynamite cannot get his emotions let the better of him. Chris Dynamite thinking what he has to do to put Sam Reeves away. Both men showing the effects of this war. Could we be seeing the end of this match very soon? How much more do these competitors have here in the main event? And one final respect this to Chris Dynamite. And no, wait, what is this? What is he going for here? Is he going for another final judgment? 2 final judgments and a cover.
2.
But Chris Dynamite kicking out of a final judgment. And now what is Sam Reeves going for here? What does Sam Reeves have to do? He's reaching for a weapon. Oh no, he's grabbing some cookie sheets. He's filling the ring with cookie sheets. This is not looking good for Chris Dynamite. Sam Reeves grabbing all that he can. He just nailed Chris Dynamite with a final judgment, and Chris Dynamite survived. Throwing a cookie sheet at Chris Dynamite. We have all of these weapons in the ring. This is not going to end well for whoever gets put through these weapons. This is WrestleBash 9. Undisputed title is on the line. The biggest match here of the night. And now both men trading strikes with all of the weapons in the ring. What is this? And a dynamite cutter onto the cookie sheets. A dynamite cutter out of nowhere. Sam Reeves is out cold. Can Chris Dynamite cover and win the title?
1, 2, 3. That's it.
And
Ring the bell.
Chris Dynamite has won the title he
Your
never
winner
lost.
and new FCW Undisputed Champion, Chris Dynamite!
After a year of being taken out, after a year of being screwed out of his title, Chris Dynamite has finally won the title that he never lost. Chris Dynamite has finally reclaimed his throne in FBW.